Well, it's Louie again. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few other things I'd like to talk about as far as our community is concerned. We've got some so-called leaders uh, in Adelaide here that think that they're the know-all and the be-all, and the next best thing to bread and butter for their people. But the truth is that they're just milking them for all they got, the government, and what they can get. And it's only just enough for themselves and their family. All the rest of us are all suffering. This is in every community in South Australia. You've even got people living in Adelaide who want to be the council of the communities, whilst they're not even on the community. So many of our people have lost out because of our own selfish people. And it's a disgrace. What's the matter with you, Mob? You black or what? You are white. Yeah, I went to university. Actually, I went to four. Yeah, I went to university with a stolen generation. I learned all about that stuff, shit. Yeah. Then I went to the University of the Hard Knocks. And then I went to the University of Yatla. And then I went to the University of South Australia. Yeah. So I'm no dummy, and I could see what's going on in this community. But our other people, our young people, are so destructive. They're destroying themselves. Their meth, their eyes, all that sort of stuff is just killing them all, and it's destroying the families. And is anything being done about that? No, not a bloody thing. The government talks about, oh, we're doing this for our people, we're doing this for our people, our First Nation people. I'm not a fucking First Nation, nothing. I'm just an original, a black fella, B-L-A-K fella, F-U-L-L-A. Yeah? That's my terminology. I don't know what you white fellas can call me, whatever you like. Yeah? But I'll give you the same respect that you give me. And I've got so many friends everywhere. Yeah? People would like to. They pay plenty of money to listen to me. These dummies up here wouldn't get anything what I got in one day. $12,000 to speak for an hour. How do you like that? No, I don't go around insulting people, insulting their intelligence. I try to assist people like that who are lacking in the same manner that I can express myself. They're lacking in all that sort of stuff. Some of them don't even understand how to sweep their floor. Some of them don't even understand how to do the dishes. When you give us the houses, well, you throw us in the bloody fucking thing, give us all this shit, and what we done with it? We didn't even know how to use it. We threw the bastards away. Knocked the windows out, kicked the doors down, and we made ourselves hungry out of your house. And you guys all know what's best for us, right? Well, what's best for me? 62 years old. And I was beginning to tell you about what happened this year. January, the taxi driver wanted to fight me. And he did assault me. The coppers wanted to charge me with assault. And when they seen me bleeding, they walked away and they didn't want fuck all to do with it. Not a bloody thing. February, somebody else wanted to try and get stuck into me in the street. Because he didn't like black people. But he walked into the wrong person at the wrong bloody time. And I didn't particularly like the way he was carrying on in his attitude. There's no need for that. Respect is the cheapest bloody thing you can get in this fucking world, and nobody doesn't want to give any of that to nobody. I've been standing on the streets here in Adelaide, last bus, 12 o'clock. And all the bus driver does is just drive straight past me. And I've got to walk 4 or 5 kilometres home because of some redneck racist. He thinks he's having a joke. You could have all those jokes you want when you were young. I'm no worries, you know. But when you're getting a little bit older, they're no good for us. You know, all they're doing is trying to kill us quicker and quicker and quicker. And you know what we're doing, unfortunately, our own people, is we're allowing them to fucking do that to us. You know? I'm sorry about the language, but it's the truth. And it's this, you know, this makes me so sick. You know? Everybody gives these people too much credibility. And if they knew anything about the world, you know, 60% of it might be got a brain. You know? The other 20% has got a part of a brain, and the rest have got fuck all. You know, they're naive. There's still people in this country who still think sheep come out of a tree. You want to get a chop? We'll go and cut it off the tree directly. You want to get a carrot? Well, you'll have to go and dig underneath them bushes there. Yeah? That's how naive people are really. And they'll be told something by somebody who they think is educated and smart. And most of these educated and people who think they're educated and smart and go across and tell you that sort of stuff are the people who think, you know, they're smarter than anything else. And what's the other one? What you see is what you believe. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. If they're too good to be smart, they're too good to be smart. And most of them are dumb. You know, they might have all the intelligence under the sun, but the importance now is the world. I want my grandchild to live in this world. I want him to have somewhere to live in the next 20 or 40 years when I'm dead. But it doesn't look like there's going to be much left. If they're going to wait around for fixing up the ozone layer. They've got the utilities to change the electricities and all that sort of stuff. 5G is sending everybody crazy. All the stuff what you're getting in this country now is all madness. And we're in a time where the world is getting too full. And some people seem to think it's a better idea to get rid of the people. And I believe that's the case now. And that's what's happening now. Therefore, that's why they're paying the most undesirable Aboriginal people that I've ever fucking met in my life. And I've done 15 years jail. And I've never ever seen anything like these people. They're sitting around trying to change history, trying to rewrite the history of our land. They're that stupid, they're riding around with skeletons in their car, planting them, and then the tourism, and they take them there, all of a sudden we found the bone. Yeah, there must be a significant site here or something like that. And all it was a dirty, filthy paddock or something like that, you know. You've got one of the most disgusting persons that ever walked this planet running around representing every council in the native title. You know, he's got 3 or 4 countries he's supposed to come from, and he's supposed to be the chairman. And his father always said to him, he's the dumbest educated person you could ever meet, you know. And what he's doing is so dumb. You know, if anybody with any intelligence would be able to tell that, you know, you can't be a committee member, chairman for 10 years, you know, unless you're doing something really great for the community. You know, and he's been doing shit for me, all my community, and the community members, you know. And all he's been doing is looking after himself conveniently meeting people at shopping centres while their other half is in prison, and conveniently giving them a ride home. And they call that a ride there for a ride back. And that's what he's been doing all his life. You know what I mean? And there's this other educated person who's supposed to be there, one of our so-called leaders, you know. The Aboriginal Legal Rights is the most disgusting organisation in the state. Yeah, they don't know how to do shit. Yeah, you got to represent yourself most of the time if you've got enough brains to do that. But these legal rights, I wouldn't trust them representing my dog against a veterinarian, because they're so stupid that they think they know everything, and you're the dumbest thing that ever come into play because you're Aboriginal. Yeah? My people don't go to hospital. And I only found that out this year. It took me 60 years to find it out because I spent 2 months there. And I've walked for the first time in my life, and I've done it every day, every night I was there. You know? And I couldn't understand it. So there must be a mob of ancestors there that have died for some unknown reason. And mainly that was a lot to do with being a specimen. And, I was a specimen when I was born. And for those who don't know what a specimen was, it's an advertisement in the papers. Wanted an Aboriginal skeleton. So it was illegal for any white man to come out there, shoot any one of us, burn our skin off us and our meat, and then go and pay money, get paid money by the local sheriff or the local policeman for providing the Queen with another specimen, even though she had 500 or 600 of them there already. So, why do you need so many specimens? Nothing you do from one to another is going to change the fact that we are human beings. We may have been in 1967, they give us the right to vote. 1967, they still haven't called us human beings. We haven't been human beings since Captain Cook landed in this country. There still hasn't been no acknowledgement of us being human beings. We're just the flora and fauna who are allowed to vote. So we can go and put our paw on any one of those voting certificates and say, I vote for them. But it's ridiculous. Most of the stuff around here is all laughable. Because there are people who just don't like people because they don't like themselves. And if you don't like yourself, you're certainly not going to be able to like anybody else. And if you're feeling bad about the color of somebody else's skin, well, you must hate yourself for some reason or another. Because I don't feel bad about it. I love my skin. I'm going to stay in it until the day I die. And I'm going to be proud of it until the day I die. And I know I'm a good man. I've done a lot for reconciliation. In fact, I've done more work than most people who've been in their job for 30 years up here and representing us. I've done a lot of that from behind bars too. I've done things that people could never ever thought have been possible for an Aboriginal person to do. And I gave it all up just to be with my people, just to experience what they experience every day. Because I'm the one who's able to articulate that. I'm the one to be able to talk as a qualified white man about a cultural person's problem. because I am both of them, you know, and your government chose me to be that. So thank you very much for that, and you have another lovely day today, and all the best for your future. And hopefully we'll get this conversation going a little bit further later. Have a good day. Bye. Well, I don't know what to do with it, but she can find that when she gets back. You're wonderful people for listening anyways. You know? Doesn't take much to have a conversation with someone. Like I said, respect is the cheapest thing in the world. Empathy is probably right up there with us. With it, and kindness is probably the best thing in the world. Because if you're kind to anybody else, you're going to be kind to yourself. Have a good one.